The human who defied the alien Princess Lisa stood in the massive crystal chamber, her hands bound with energy chains that glowed purple in the dim light. The alien Princess Zara towered over her blue skin shimmering like liquid mercury and forearms crossed in obvious anger. The princess wore robes that seemed to be made of living starlight, constantly shifting and moving with colors Lisa had never seen before. The Velkari Empire had conquered dozens of worlds, and Earth was supposed to be just another easy victory. Their massive ships had appeared in Earth's sky 3 months ago, expecting humans to surrender like all the other species before them. But Lisa and her team had other plans. Lisa had been working as a communications officer on the space station Aurora. When the aliens arrived, she watched helplessly as their weapons destroyed half the Earth's defense fleet in minutes. The aliens sent a message to all remaining: human forces surrender or face complete destruction. Most military leaders wanted to give up, but Lisa knew something they did not. During her years monitoring deep space signals, Lisa had discovered that the Velkari had a weakness. Their entire empire depended on a single quantum frequency that connected all their technology and their minds. If someone could disrupt that frequency, their whole civilization would collapse into chaos. Lisa had spent 2 years secretly building a device that could do exactly that. When the Velkari demanded Earth's surrender, Lisa volunteered to be part of the delegation that would meet with their leader. She hid her device inside a fake medical implant, knowing the aliens would scan for weapons but not for human medical equipment. Her plan was simple: get close to the princess, activate the device, and watch their empire crumble. But things had gone wrong from the start. The princess was not like other Velkari leaders Lisa had studied. She was younger, smarter, and much more suspicious. When Lisa's team arrived at the flagship, Princess Zara immediately separated them and began questioning each person individually. Now Lisa found herself alone with the most dangerous alien in the galaxy, trying to keep her secret while the fate of humanity hung in the balance. The princess circled around her like a predator, her large purple eyes studying every detail of Lisa's face. "You humans are fascinating creatures," Princess Zara said, her voice carrying a musical quality that made Lisa's skin crawl. "Most species beg for mercy when they meet me. You just stand there with that defiant look in your eyes." Lisa said nothing. She had learned long ago that silence was often the best weapon against interrogation. The princess continued walking around her, occasionally reaching out with one of her 4 hands to touch Lisa's hair or face with curious fingers. "My advisors tell me that humans are primitive and weak," the princess continued. "They say your species will be easy to control once we crush your spirit, but I have been studying your history, and I think they are wrong." The princess stopped directly in front of Lisa, leaning down so their faces were only inches apart. Lisa could smell something like cinnamon and ozone coming from the alien's skin, and she fought the urge to step backward. "You see, Lisa Turner, I know who you are," Princess Zara smiled, revealing teeth that were perfectly white but slightly too sharp. "I know about your work monitoring our communications, I know about the device you built, and I know exactly why you volunteered for this mission." Lisa felt her heart stop. The princess knew everything. Her carefully planned mission was already over before it had truly begun, but she refused to give the alien the satisfaction of seeing her panic. "I do not know what you are talking about," Lisa said calmly. "I am just a communications officer who wanted to help negotiate peace." Princess Zara laughed, a sound like silver bells mixed with breaking glass. "Peace, you humans always talk about peace, but you never stop fighting. Do you know how many species have tried to resist the Velkari Empire? Hundreds. And do you know how many have succeeded?" "None," Lisa answered, though she already knew what the princess would say. "Exactly none." Princess Zara walked over to a wall covered in what looked like liquid metal. "Until now, every species we encountered fell into one of 2 categories. The first type surrenders immediately when they see our power. They become slaves, but at least they survive. The second type fights bravely for a while, then surrenders when they realize resistance is hopeless. They also become slaves, but fewer of them survive the process." The princess touched the metal wall and it began showing images of different alien species, all of them bowing before Velkari. Masters. Lisa recognized a few of them from old Earth databases, species that had simply vanished from known space decades ago, but humans, the princess continued, humans might be something entirely new. You do not surrender when faced with superior force. You do not surrender when your fleets are destroyed. You do not surrender when your cities burn. Instead, you send a single female with a secret weapon to try to destroy an entire empire. Princess Zara turned back to Lisa, with what might have been admiration in her strange eyes. It is either the bravest thing I have ever seen, or the most foolish. Lisa decided there was no point in continuing to lie. The princess already knew everything, so her only chance was to try a different approach. Maybe it is both, she said. But brave or foolish, I will not let you enslave my species without a fight. And that is exactly what makes humans so dangerous, the princess replied. Other species fight to win, humans fight because fighting is who you are. You would rather die free than live as slaves, and that kind of thinking can be contagious. The princess waved her hand and Lisa's energy bonds disappeared. Lisa rubbed her wrists, surprised by this sudden freedom but ready to fight if necessary. I could kill you right now, Princess Zara said casually. Or I could torture you until you tell me exactly how your device works. Then I could use that information to make sure no other species ever develops similar technology. Lisa tensed, preparing to defend herself even though she knew it was hopeless. The princess was larger, stronger, and had 4 arms instead of 2. But Lisa had not come this far to give up now. But I am not going to do either of those things. The princess continued, instead, I am going to make you an offer. This was not what Lisa had expected. She had prepared for torture, for death, even for some kind of alien mind control. But an offer was something she had never considered. What kind of offer? Lisa asked suspiciously. Princess Zara smiled again. But this time it seemed almost genuine. I want to hire you. Hire me. Lisa could not hide her shock. You want to hire a human to work for the Velkari Empire? Not for the Empire, the princess corrected. For me personally, you see, Lisa Turner, I have a problem. The Velkari Empire is vast and powerful, but it is also stagnant. We have conquered so many worlds that we have forgotten how to grow, how to change, how to face real challenges. The princess began pacing again, her robes shifting through different colors as she moved. For 3,000 years, we have faced no real opposition. Every species we meet either surrenders immediately or fights with conventional tactics that we can easily counter. We have become lazy, comfortable, predictable. Lisa began to understand where this was going. And you think humans can change that? I know humans can change that. Princess Zara stopped pacing and fixed Lisa with an intense stare. In 3 months, your species has already forced us to adapt our tactics, more than we have in the past century. Your orbital mines were brilliant. Your kamikaze attacks on our supply lines were devastating, in this. She gestured at Lisa. This plan to infiltrate our flagship and destroy our quantum network shows a level of strategic thinking that we have not encountered in generations. Lisa felt a strange mix of pride and confusion. The princess was praising humanity's resistance, but she was still the enemy, still the one trying to enslave Earth. So, what exactly are you offering? Lisa asked. I want you to become my strategic advisor. Princess Zara said, help me understand how humans think, how they fight, how they survive against impossible odds. In exchange, I will spare your planet. Lisa stared at the alien princess in disbelief. You want me to betray my own species to save my own species? I want you to save your species by helping mine evolve, the princess corrected. The Velkari Empire will continue to expand whether you help me or not. But if you work with me, I can make sure that expansion includes cooperation rather than just conquest. Lisa's mind raced as she considered this unexpected offer. On one hand, working with the enemy felt like the ultimate betrayal. But on the other hand, if the princess was telling the truth, this might be humanity's only real chance at survival. How do I know you will keep your word? Lisa asked. How do I know this is not just another form of manipulation? Princess Zara walked over to a small table and picked up Lisa's hidden device. The quantum disruptor looked small and harmless in the alien's 4 hands. Because I'm going to let you keep this. Lisa could not believe what she was hearing. You are going to let me keep a weapon that could destroy your entire empire? Yes, the princess said simply. Consider it insurance if I break my promise. You can activate your device and watch my civilization collapse. But if you activate it now, your species will still face the rest of the Velkari fleet, and they will not be as merciful as I am. Lisa realized she was facing the most important decision in human history. She could activate her device right now and probably destroy the Velkari Empire. But doing so might doom Earth to face an even worse fate from other alien.